Alright guys, so I have found a way, or actually the community's found a way, but I'm gonna make a tutorial for you guys how to connect to my LittleBigPlanet server, of course courtesy of Project-Lighthouse, which you'll see in the link in the description. So first off, you're gonna need to make an account, and it has to be the same as, exactly the same as your PlayStation Network or your RPCN, or the PlayStation 3 emulator. But in this case, PlayStation Network, it has to be exactly the same, and it's capped sensitive. So you go on FridiNaTor.fo colon 160. So here you are. You can already see there's a lot of people, and you can go here, log in, and then you say register. And then you just say I am human, and as I said here, of course you do thing here, boom 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 boom. I swear I'm not a robot. There you go. Okay. I am human. Yes. Okay. Remember that your username has to be the exact same as your PSN ID or RPCN ID. Made a mistake? Please contact an admin, which is me. On the home page you see ways to contact me. Basically, your username here has to be the same as your PSN ID. Mine is the_FridiNaTor the_FridiNaTor, right? But I have certain things capitalized, which you have to make sure you have capitalized. But so I can log in here like oops, boom, and here's I am human, I swear. Boop, 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 boop. Verify. Login. Here I am. Never. And I have added a lot of things from different people that's not been added to the official instance yet, which is not even public yet. But you can take photos and everything in levels, and they will actually tell you here if they're done in a level. And and you can play online and everything together with people and have a lot of fun. So there are certain rules here you can read here, and also authentication page. So basically when you connect for the first time, it's gonna give you an error, but that's normal. You go on the website, you log in with the same user, and on here you should see your IP address trying to connect. You just click the green approve button, it will whitelist it, and then you can also remove your whitelisted IPs or whatever in here. And I don't want to press that, I don't want to show you my IP. But so that's how you do it in this website. But after that, you can just stay on the console if it's whitelisted. But if your IP changes, you might have to do this again. Or if you go to a friend's house or anywhere else, you have to do this again. So you can comment and everything on the website, all this cool stuff. But now I'm gonna show you the important stuff. Okay, so you're gonna need your act.dat and ITPS. Although I think it's only if you use hen. If you use it's also if you use normal custom firmware. But if you use the disk version and you just take the update EBOOT, then you probably don't need these because you don't have a Riff or a wrap. So now I'm gonna show you how you make your riffs to wrap, because it's gonna be important if you have a digital version of the game. So first, all these things are in the description below. Union patches made by also Project-Lighthouse, LPP Union. Their GitHub page will also be in the description where you can get this, but I'll also put one that is already made, which is actually also from the GitHub in the action page, but you have to be logged in to access it, so that's a bit problematic. But yeah, okay, so Riff to wrap, you're gonna need these. You can see on another, you can just Google how to get your ITPS. Your act.dat, I'll show you where you get that. So you go here and you put these in here, in X data. And if it's called .hex or something, then remove that part. This one has to only be called IDPS, and this one has to only be called act.dat. After that, you go here, connect on FileZilla, or whatever. FileZilla is what people usually use, to your PlayStation. You can only do this when your PlayStation jailbroken, either via hen or custom firmware. You need to use something like Multiman or Webman mod. I'm using Webman mod, but it should work either way. So if you go on here, you can go on home, go to the user. All these are the number of users that's on your PlayStation, and whatever user that has that you had the game activated, here you see it. So you have an act.dat here and all your Riff files, which is very important. So what you want to do here is that you're gonna put the act in here, but the IDPS you can Google how to dump that. It's not that difficult. But so you're gonna need to look for LittleBigPlanet. Your game ID may be different than mine. There's multiple game IDs even in Europe and in America and in Japan and everything, so they're different. So it might not look exactly the same here. Of course, if you don't have that many games, it's obvious, but you can go in here and you can search through the game IDs if you don't know which one is yours. For example, this one, and I can see, yeah, whatever. Wait, open it though. Yeah. Wait, I'll just put it here. There. If you open icon, you see, oh yeah, this one is LittleBigPlanet 1, right? So user USR dir is where you can find the eboot.bin. Mine is already patched, but I made backups, which is very important that you make backups just in case. Otherwise, you'll need to use a hex editor if you don't have backups, because the union patcher doesn't remember the changes you've made. So you take your eboot.bin from here. Oh wait, we're doing Riff to wrap first, yeah. But you see your game ID number here. So you remember, oh yeah, my game ID was NPEA 00241. So if you go back here, you go in home, your user, and X data, you should find one that's called NPEA 241 right here. So you take this Riff into this folder, and then you open a terminal here, or whatever. And if you open the terminal like this and it's PowerShell, it has to start with // and then whatever that's called, riff to wrap.exe, and then you say if I remember correctly, you only paste this one in. That's all you need to do. And there you go, you have a wrap here. So this one you can you have to use in through Ancestor. So you take through Ancestor and you extract it, and there I think, yeah, wraps. I was like, where's the folder? But yeah, you start the first time and then the folder wraps up here. And now you put the wrap in here, and sometimes through Ancestor remembers it completely, but sometimes it doesn't. So if it has a problem where it doesn't remember it, then all you have to do is here, and then you copy it. You'll see what I mean later, because it's gonna ask, either it'll remember it or it'll say, do you want to use a custom one? So and then you take your eBoot from the game folder. So you go game, and you're there, and then here You basically just take this eBoot into here, and I would recommend that you also make a backup. It's always good to have backups. So here I already have a backup, and I'm gonna just put it here. And then mine is digital, so I actually had to do this with the wrap. So what I got LittleBigPlanet 1. So I say resigner, and I say decrypt, and then okay. And then you have an elf, which you can use with union patcher. So you take union patcher, just unzip it. Union patcher here, and you want to look for the union patcher that has GUI in it. Okay, it's a lot of trash. Let me just type. There's extension here. So this one, double click it, and then you say browse. And then you go onto your folder, and you go into where. Oh, oops, that's a zip. I was like, what? I did it again. Up here. You select your elf, and then you type http://FridiNaTor.fo: 160 / everything in caps LittleBigPlanet ps3 _xml, and then output file name. You go here, and then you make just like you saw I did. I have backup, right? So just make a backup. Just call it B EBOOT.elf, and then save, and then patch, and it says it's been patched, and now you have a patched eBoot to be ready to be patched again. So now you have this one called B EBOOT. This is the patched one, and now I would recommend you just take these two were the original ones and just put them into a backup folder. But I'm gonna delete it because I already have them. So muhaha. Oh, if you leave, and then you need to do this, rename to just eBoot. Huh. Not bboot. eBoot. And then you open Resigner again, and now for this one you have to, if you are using digital, you have to select this one. No wait, yeah, fast resign. You have to select this one, nptrm, so it's number 6. But if you're using hen, it's very important that you press 0. Oh wait, no, O until you see that 3.xx std. You can also do it multiple times if it does not work for you, but it has to be 3.xx something for it to work on hen. Otherwise you just get a black screen when trying to start it up. So now I press 6. Oh no, sorry, it's 12 up here. You press 12, and it did it, I think. It didn't ask me to. Hold on. I don't know if this is correct. No, it's not correct. Because it did not get into the small size again. It needs to go to the small size. So just 3. Aha! Okay. So you press 3. So 3, and here it says, please follow this example. So this time it doesn't remember. I think if you keep your eboot.bin in here, it will remember, but it will also replace the eboot.bin. But now you go here, you select this one, and copy this text, and just paste it in by right clicking, and enter. This is already one that's ready to be used. So now you have an eboot.bin that you can use on both hen and custom firmware. So I hope that helped a lot. But if you don't have the digital version, you have a disk version, you don't have a wrap, so you don't have to care about the wrap part, and you have to resign with non-DRM eBoot. So select option 2. So I hope this helped. So now you have an eboot.bin, and what do you want to do? You want to take the eboot.bin, and you just want to put it straight into here. It should be exactly the same. Okay. So in case I did this right, it should just work exactly the same as I did before. If it doesn't, I'm gonna look back and see what I did wrong. Huh? So that's all you needed to do to connect to the server. So remember, you use the first time you're gonna connect, it should say it fails to connect. You go on the website, logs in with the same Pledge Network ID that you have on your PlayStation that you tried to log in with. Then you should see on Authentication there being an IP address, and you should just say approve, and then it's whitelisted. You should restart the game, or you can try to press like community and try to connect that way. But sometimes you have to restart the game, and it just should work. So that was the tutorial for this time. But there's also a way to do it on Vita, and I think I'm gonna show that in another video. But for Vita, it's just a different IP. I'll show it. I'll click here. For Vita, it's Vita. FridiNaTor.fo 160. And when you patch it, it's basically the same way. It's HTTP : // but then instead of just being FridiNaTor.fo, it's Vita.FridiNaTor.fo. But the rest is exactly the same. So just remember, it's just Vita. That's the only difference. So now I'll show you how it looks like on the PlayStation. Alright, now I'm gonna show how it looks like on the PlayStation. Also, she's making dinner. She's such a cutie pie. Oh, that's my girlfriend. Okay, so first, remember, if you have gotten this far, you probably already have enabled hen, or the custom firmware is already enabled and stuff. But for me, if you use Webman mod, you need to hold R2 and triangle to disable some syscalls so you can actually log in. And then let's see if LittleBigPlanet 1 works. No, my phone wants this to be so blurry for some reason, or a little bit blurry. Connecting to LittleBigPlanet online. I did it correct, and I just told you about the new feature there that I added last time. Okay, and see, it works perfectly fine. I have played this with my girlfriend, I played it with my friend, and I've seen a lot of other players play. And it works to play online, no problem. You just go here, your friend, or actually on LittleBigPlanet 1 is different. You have to click pause and press friends and then invite if they're there. But LittleBigPlanet 2 is a bit more easier to invite. It fully works 3 players online. Cool. And it's fully open. You can join no problem, you can register no problem, you don't even have to ask me. If you have any issues, feel free to contact me. I'm here to help. So I hope you all have a wonderful day and enjoy.